Well, in this video tutorial, I'm going to try and show you how to open a new Google Doc and then some of the things you can do with this very powerful part of the Google suite of applications. Google Docs is basically Google's version of Microsoft Word, but it has a number of really important features which allow real-time collaboration, for example, which is much trickier in an online Word document. So let's have a look. We go to New. We're in Drive, incidentally, and that's the best way to open a new Google document. Click on New, and I don't want a new folder. Click New, and I'm going to choose Google Documents. I have the option of a blank document or a document from a template. I'm going to choose blank document, and that will hopefully open fairly quickly. The document is as yet untitled, and as soon as I give it a title, like Jay's Docs Demo, that title there will be saved automatically by Google Docs. Okay, well, a quick whiz round. It's a fairly familiar looking interface. These are the shortcuts along the top: undo, redo, print, don't know what that one is, paint format, zoom, the type of text that you want, the font size, bold, italic, underline, and so on. Here you've got a shortcut to inserting a link, so you can type some text and then insert a link. Here you can add a comment to the document, and here the shortcut to adding an image, either from the web or from your Google Drive, from Photos, by pasting in a URL, or indeed taking a picture on your laptop or device camera. Here we've got the justification of the text and numbered lists, bullet points, and so on. Over here, even more tools that you can use in Google Docs. Apart from the shortcuts, you've got menu items up here, such as Insert, and then you go back, Image, a table, and you can choose the dimensions of the table, the number of rows and columns, and simply click to insert. You can insert a drawing, you can insert a chart, and here are your different types of charts that you can add. Again, down here, you've got a link, you've got other features from that insert menu. Down here, you've got a format where if you wanted, for example, to put columns into your document, you can go to 2 columns or 3. You can add a header, a footer, and so on. And then I'll leave you to explore these tabs along the top. These are the tools such as word count, dictionary, and this one I quite like. It's called voice typing. I'll give it a quick go. Click the microphone. This is how Google Docs translates your voice into text. Well, I think that's quite impressive, but I'm just going to close that now and remove this line of text. Very simply, like that. And one of the first things to say is that you can use Google Docs just as you would use any other word processing application, such as Microsoft Word, where you can, as I said, you can change the font, you can change the size of the font, you can change the text color to any color you like. So it's a word processing tool as well as everything else that it offers. Again, you can insert images very simply. So I could upload an image from my computer. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a nice picture of, I think here, a couple of our national politicians. So that's an image of Boris and Michael together. And one thing while we're on the subject of images, you'll notice the way it's configured itself inside the text there. I can use this wrap text feature and then move that image to anywhere else I like on the text, so that the text wraps around the picture or vice versa. You'll notice that when I have an image and it's highlighted, I have a number of options. I could crop the image. Down here, I have other options, I think. Let's go to there. And oh yeah, on the right, this image option pane opens. So I could recolor, I can adjust the transparency, the brightness and the contrast. So nothing much new here that you don't have in any other word processing application. I'm going to get rid of my masterpiece to date. And bye, fellas. And I now have a blank document again. Well, I'm just going to pause while I type a couple of things into the document. I'm going to create a student task sheet. And this task sheet could be something that students complete individually, or later on, I'll show you how we can get them to collaborate in real time or otherwise on building an answer together as members of a student team. Before I do that, I'm going to insert a header to my document, and I'll just click header, and then I'm going to click insert image. I'm going to upload it from my computer, and I'll go down here until I find something I think I have, like Acacia Learning, and I can open that image. It comes out way too big, so I will reduce the size of that down to about that size. Now that will now appear on each of the pages of my document. So I've typed in student task sheet, and I have a header here with the Acacia Learning logo. So for the purposes of this question and this task sheet, I'm now going to click here, insert, and I'm choosing table. And I'm going to choose 2 columns and 6 rows. And I simply click down at the bottom right, highlighted square. And there is my table. Now I'm going to move the center line across here, like that. Simply click and drag. And then I'm going to highlight these 2 cells at the top, right click, and merge those cells so that my table now looks like this. And I'm going to put some text in this box. Before I do though, I'm going to make it look a bit prettier. Right click and going down here until I find table properties. Now, okay, we'll give it a table border like that. And there's the green table border with all the lines highlighted in green. But I'm going to do that again this time. And now back to table properties, I'm going to choose the cell background color for the cells where my cursor is. And I'll choose a pastel green shade. And so now I have a table that looks a bit better. I could do the same thing with these cells and right click, oops, beg your pardon, right click, table properties, cell background color, and choose that same green. Oops. And OK. And there's my table as it stands at the moment. To save time, if you wanted to use a similar format for another question, you could just highlight this table, copy the whole table. Oops, here we go. Copy the whole table and scroll down a little bit to give yourself a bit of space, and then paste back in. Change the title to something else. Try and get my spelling right. And you can see how that works. So it actually can be very quick to build a Google Docs task sheet. If you wanted to give your learners a little bit of help, you could, of course, put in a hyperlink here. It'll come up with its own suggestions. I already have one that I want to use, so I click apply. And now students working through the task sheet have access to some resources as well to help them on their way. Okay, well, in the next part of this video tutorial, I'm going to show you one of the most powerful features of Google Docs and something that differentiates it quite clearly from other word processing applications, and that is this function here, the share function. At the moment, you'll see that my Google Doc is private only to me. Now I want to change that setting so that I can give access to other people with whom I might want to collaborate on a document, or to students who I want to contribute to the document. So because I'm coming up to a 10-minute time mark on this video, I'll do the sharing function in the video that follows on directly from this one.